What is going on, guys? Money Webby here, back again on Wednesday. I got a 14-game slate here tonight. I get it broken down for you with my money six of my favorite plays on the slate. We got 2 pitchers, 4 batters to hopefully give you some great production. Some tough luck yesterday with the rain out in the White Sox game. It didn't look like it was going to be rained out all day. Then some late developing stuff. So if you weren't able to avoid that game, I apologize because we had 2 of the players in that spot with the Lopez and Abreu. So hopefully we're able to pivot out. But that's baseball for you. Sometimes the weather will get the better of you. So hopefully some better luck here with the players I'm recommending tonight. There shouldn't be any weather concerns, knock on wood. So hopefully we're good here. But before we get going, be sure to drop a like in the video. Feeling very confident about these plays. I think it could be a very good night for us. So let's try to get over 60 likes in this one. If we can hit that, thank you. Let's hop right into it, though. So first guy up, there's not really a pitcher that you feel like has crazy upside besides maybe Chris Sale, but Toronto has really gotten his number this year, so I'm not sure I'm willing to pay up for 11,800. But I think BUEHLER is a nice option here just for the safety he has. And I think he's going to be able to bounce back nicely after a really tough go at it in Colorado against a Rockies team that absolutely dominates at home. So he's going back to his home park, LA. He's been very, very good there recently. And over the course of the year, averaging 23.7 DK points, a 185 batting average allowed. And against his Arizona team, went absolutely off against them last time out. It was very efficient, 102 pitches in just 8 innings, 11 Ks, 40 DraftKings points there. So I'm not sure he has that same kind of upside, but I think he can give us 25 to 30 DraftKings points. I think he has a really good shot of getting the win here in this game. They're minus 235 favorites. BUEHLER has shown good strikeout ability this year and last year, both around a 27% K rate. And they're only implied 3 runs flat in this game, so Vegas likes him a good amount. So I'm going to go ahead and lock him in there as my first guy. Then we're going to get a little risky, similar to what we were going to do last night with our SB2. But QUANTRILL here at 5,000, moving back into the starting rotation. He wasn't that bad as a starter in some of these games. I mean, he had 18 against Philly, 27 against Toronto, had a really tough start against Pittsburgh and against the Mets, but he showed the upside in some kind of easier spots where he could get some strikeouts. And against San Fran team, they do strike out a decent amount. QUANTRILL, 20% K rate, so nothing special, but his swing strike rate is pretty good, 12%. It's in a friendly pitching environment here in San Diego. Vegas likes his ability in this spot to be able to limit some runs. They're only implied 4 runs, probably because it's in San Diego. San Fran, not really a good power team to begin with. So he should be able to limit the extra base hits here in this game and be able to make some quicker work of this lineup and hopefully give us some strikeouts as well. I mean, at 5,000, doesn't need to give us crazy ability, but I think he can give us maybe around 15 DraftKings points to maybe upwards of 20, hopefully in this spot. So a good amount of value if he's able to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and lock him in there as my SB2. And that leaves us with 42.60 remaining per player. So really good stuff to spend out. And for my first hitter, I'm going to go with ARENADO. Bite the chalk. The guy's a beast at home. Every Rockies hitter seems to be a beast at home. Going against the lefty here is much better against the lefties. 337 ISO versus them. Big part downgrade for Wade Miley, who has struggled on the road. He's allowed some more home runs this year as well. And like this outside of Houston hasn't been nearly as good. So going from Houston to Colorado, completely different situations here. I think ARENADO and the rest of this Rockies team can really get to him. So I'm going to go ahead and lock him in there as my first guy. I'm pairing him up with Trevor Story, who just came back recently. I think last night, right? Yeah, it was his first game last night. 8 DK points. Not too bad. Struggled to begin with, but he got 2 hits towards the end of the game. Probably shake off some rust there, and he'll be back ready to go here tonight. Just too cheap at 4,500 going against the lefty. He hasn't been as good against the lefties this year, but last year he was an animal against them. Had like a 350 ISO. His WOBA is really high. And another guy at home here who's an animal. Pretty plain and simple. Every Colorado Rocky hitter has huge numbers at home. If you look here in the splits, 337 ISO, 12.9 DK points per on average. But like I said, that's too cheap. They're implied 6.6 runs. And also the weather in Coors Field is even better than it normally is. It's going to be 91 degrees. That's the projected temperature here tonight in Coors Field. And when the temp gets that high, the runs even come in more. So I'm going to go ahead and lock him in there as my second hitter. I'm going to go with Mookie Betts, another guy getting too cheap here. I think I got to take a stab at him at 4,400. Had a good night against Toronto last time out. He's shown some stolen base ability against his team. 3 stolen bases in 10 games. And this is going to be a first start for the guy on the mound for Toronto. Not a great prospect looking at his numbers. His name is Waguspak. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, but Waguspak is the guy on the mound for the Blue Jays. Mookie's been much better against right-handed pitchers so far this year. Power-wise, a little bit over a 200 ISO. Against lefties, it's only like a .083 ISO. So not really great numbers against lefties, but like I said, has some reverse splits, has a stolen base ability, and I could easily get up to 5 at-bats, I think, in this game at the top of that lineup. So I'm going to go ahead and lock him in there as my third hitter. I'm going to pair him up with JD Martinez, another guy, really good power upside, is seeming to get it together a little bit recently. If you look at his last 10 games here, hitting for a little bit more power, some more extra base hits. I know that he was frustrated with his hitting recently, but it seems like he's starting to figure it out a little bit more. Based on the hits, he's going more oppo field, kind of similar to what JD Martinez was doing last year, just using every part of the field. And this is a park upgrade for this Red Sox team in Toronto against a pitcher with his first career start. Like I said, really good upside for this Boston lineup. They've been hitting very well recently, and I think he's just too cheap at 4,400 here for his kind of power upside. So I'm going to go ahead and lock him in there as my final guy. So you have 4 of probably like the best hitters in all of baseball, and you have Walker Buehler. Well, not like the best of the best, but all considered really elite hitters. And then you got Walker Buehler and QUANTRILL. So I think QUANTRILL is really the piece here on that. If he can just give us a solid start and Buehler can continue his dominance besides that last game, then this could be a really good night for us. So I hope you enjoyed it. Slap a like if you did. Over 60 likes would be great. Thank you. Again, hopefully the weather is cleared out for tonight. We don't have to deal with that bullshit of last night. And yeah, but good luck. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any more plays. And we'll see you back here again next time.